Hello, it's Harnas here, and welcome back to Sea Encounters Capital Ships. In today's episode, we've got Skull Exploder's Olympus 2, and the ship is in this battle as a challenger actually, because it have been eliminated from the top 2 position by the Revenge from the Brisbane Mouse. So now it needs to fight back and fight for its place in the brackets, in the finals. And the challenge ship here is again Spaghet Monstar. So Spaghet have been defending its position in previous battle, and now again another contender is questioning its place in the brackets. So let's see how this is going to be played out. For now, some heavy exchange of shots. I see a lot of barrels or other equipment in the water, and the shots are being placed, and looks like the Olympus is slightly winning the exchange of firepower here, exchange of shells. Let's see at the damage. All right, some dangerous damage here in this area. The citadel is right behind that spot. I think that the fire rate is on the Olympus side. Spaghet's sabo rounds, I think they have more penetration, but they take quite a lot of time to actually regenerate, to reload. So you don't expect them to be firing so rapidly. Light show being done by Olympus. Okay, another hit, but this was just a superstructure over penetration pretty much, so not a big damage have been done here. Secondaries are working also on Spaghet Monstar. I can see that 2 barrels have been clipped. Alright, let's jump over to the Olympus. Okay, looks like, oh no, decapitation. So basically one of those crazy penning sub rounds just made it through here and just sheared off an entire barrel. So that means that now Spaghet Monstar is ahead in the match. So it's got 95% to 92% on the Olympus, but nothing is decided yet. Both ships are still very dangerous, and even without this extra turret, I think the Olympus can really be very dangerous. Okay, shots are being exchanged, and yeah, all right. Looks like the Monstar is sitting quite low in the water, but it's not listening, which is really good news for the ship, because it tends to go really low and then have issues. But I think that, yeah, potentially maybe the penetration of those shells is so big that it actually breaches all the compartments on the both sides of the ship. So maybe that's why it's still sitting upright. Secondary is a landing, but these should not be really a huge threat. They can just strip off mimics perhaps, and some random wooden beam, I guess. looks like Olympus really doesn't like the superstructure. I'm not sure what's wrong with this. Why it's keep on pending it. It just converts it into I don't know, something else. It should be focusing on the guns and the citadel. Yeah, but there are plenty holding here as well. Alright, so looks like the Spaghet Monstar is still ahead. Not really, just 1.5% points here of a difference between two contenders. So nothing is decided yet. It looks like it's going to be a fierce battle here. Yeah, only 1% now. Very, very close. Okay, the guns are still here, the remaining guns still doing their job. Very good angling, about 30 degrees, maybe 20 degrees. So good angle that should prevent some major over penetration. But yeah, just take a look at this deck. You know, when this shell from the Spaghet Monstar lands here, it just carves its way through it. A really, really dangerous round. You don't see it flying too often, but when it lands, it just carves out everything. Okay, so we pretty much have it tight right now. It's the match is exactly, both ships have exactly the same health pool. So 6 healthy guns on the Olympus side, and let's have a look at the Spaghet Monstar side. Yeah, we've got similar-ish number, but yeah, the problem begins here because the ship starts to lean very heavily. Some of the guns still can shoot, but it's very close to not being able to elevate. I think it's got its top elevation right now. And the secondary is there. Yeah, this turret is in the water, so cannot really shoot properly. Okay, some shots are landing here. And of course, some of the shots can now land at the awkward angle, so it might bypass the side armor and just go almost like through the deck. Let's have a look at the Skull Exploder ship. I think something happened because it's actually slightly behind the points. But no, I don't think that we have some major issue, unless one of the citadels have been breached, maybe. Not sure about that. Yeah, it's difficult to tell, it's just moving a little bit too fast. Yeah, it could happen. I'm not sure. Maybe one of the compartments could have been breached. But yeah, I think it's now in a really good position, good spot, because the Spaghet Monstar cannot really fully retaliate. I'm not sure how many guns are actually pointing and able to Yeah, it's angled at I think almost 60% to one side. It's listing so heavily that it basically cannot elevate any of the guns. Wow. So yeah, I think that might be it. It's just a matter of time for the Olympus to actually be able to finish the job. I think it's got the guns, so it should be able to do it. It's just a matter of aiming at the right spot. And now it's ahead, slightly ahead, just maybe 1% ahead. And there's 4.5 minutes remaining, so still plenty of time to do some significant damage. I'm really amazed that those main turrets are still attached to the ship. They must be made mainly out of steel, so really tough. Okay, 1.5%. So the damage doesn't really come in a very explosive way. It's just a small slight grind here. So let's have a look at the Olympus here. Let's see how's the situation with the rudder. And yeah, I think that looks like one of the shafts have been broken, I think, because only one screw is operating. So I think it's potentially a bit further away than it wanted to be. I'm not sure if it can steer properly. Let's just check. Okay, it's 3.5. It's not bad. Main cannons, they have no problem with getting its rounds towards the target, but the target is just too difficult to make a really huge dent there. The survivability is really good on the Spaghet Monstar. Alright, looks like as Olympus is coming about through the bow, just in front of the bow, there is a chance for Spaghet Monstar to once again raise the barrels and release a salvo or two. Yeah, the guns are almost ready there. And alright, quite a good chunk have been clipped off. One of these big anti-air secondaries have been just stripped off. And these anti-surface secondaries, they also can take a beating. They just stay there undamaged. So after all this time, there is just how many, like 6-7% of the hit point difference between the ships, and there's like 50 seconds left in the match. So I think that Spaghet Monstar is going to survive it actually. Yeah, it's a pity that it's not going to have a chance to fire back. Oh, okay, this was a good shot here. So again, it looks like it's going to go to the distance now. Every bit of damage matters because the beauty vote is going to decide that one. And yeah, actually, Olympus 2 is the one that is basically on the ropes here. If it's going to lose the beauty vault, of course, adding the points as well, it's going to be eliminated. And if this happens to Spaghet Monstar, it still would have a chance to go back and challenge another ship in the groups. So, all right, congratulations to both designs. Really close battle, undecided. So please remember to post your vote for the beauty of those two battleships, and let's see what comes out of it. Thank you very, very much for watching, and see you in the next episode.